Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Yes, we're coming back with more entertainment. We have to give you the latest, and we will touch down on the local streets, but also some international news because we've got international guests in studio. Zahira and Maps will join us as we delve into more details with all things to do with spilling the tea. Let's talk about the Cannes Festival. I keep saying this wrong. I say Cannes Festival.
You can say Cannes, Cannes. Cannes. I think you travel more than I do. Cannes.
Thank you so much, Mavs. The Cannes Film Festival. We'll talk a little bit about Great and Girl. Now, this one is fantastic. It has achieved a remarkable feat by receiving a nomination, and I'm so incredibly proud. It's also been directed by the acclaimed Oscar-nominated director, Daryl Root, and I know you were saying you're very familiar with his work.
I was trying to confirm it, but I think Tsotsi, which was kind of like a coming of age for South African cinema, and telling a South African story, which had the grit, had the violence that Hollywood demands.
We're so good at storytelling as South Africans, and I'm not even surprised that we're out there with other international stars. So congratulations to our African stars. And other standout films did include things like My Father's Shadow, Osamid, I hope I'm saying that right, and also Promised Land. So we're definitely present in the Cannes Festival.
Yeah, the Cannes Film Festival.
Cannes Film Festival. It's really great to just see us just winning in every space, from music to filmmaking.
I think what's beautiful about that is that we've become accustomed to it, and I think the world is getting less and less surprised by it, and it's become this regular thing. Like Africans. It's
not even news anymore.
Yeah.
you probably tracked this as well, and I was just imagining you preparing for your top-billing interview at the Cannes Film Festival. I could just see you going through the motions, like, okay, what do I need to ask the director? But there is something. Australia always seemed to occupy that space within the international film market, and I would be sitting here going, like, why are they the ones when
we asked the same. You and I asked the same question.
You know, exactly. We've got that vibe, but it kind of feels like something has shifted. When you are abroad and are chatting to South Africans, does it feel like that perception of ourselves has shifted?
I think we definitely own our integral space and authenticity in a lot of different industries. It's no surprise that our creativity and storytelling speak for themselves, but we're less surprised by it, and the rest of the world is also just accustomed to hearing South Africa in rooms and spaces they haven't heard us before, which is phenomenal to hear and see. And you hear our music in places you didn't ever hear it before, in the Middle East, in Australia, in North America, in Canada.
Brazil.
And it's fantastic.
I love it. I just want to say to the South African who preceded me during press junkets in the US, there was always a South African with a clipboard running the show because they know that just...
There's a South African everywhere.
With a clipboard.
Running the show as well.
Running the show everywhere I shoot in the world. There is a South African that saves me somehow.
Oh, I love
I didn't book a boat trip. I didn't do a transfer. I need a chef at the last minute. There is a South African that always
100%.
appears to rescue.
It calms you down immediately as well, right? It's like, listen, I've got you.
Yeah. Don't worry, when I hear the words make a plan, I'm like, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, I love that. All right, congratulations are due to one of my favorite people and my co-host on radio, Mr. Chad Simon. He just recently announced, like yesterday, that him and his wife, Savannah, are having twin babies.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I'm so excited. They announced it in like the coolest way. The two of them reading this newspaper in like a Parisian setting, croissants and coffee, and on the newspaper it just basically says...
I saw that. That's fantastic.
Very
Congratulations.
Simon Twins coming spring 2025. Double the trouble, no? But also double the blessing, I guess.
Double the fun.
Double the fun.
Whatever.
And in that family, double the talent as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's a traveling band. That's a team right there. I love that. Congratulations, man.
My goodness.
I mean, obviously, you've got a deep connection to the guy now in a space, but talk about a year for Chad.
My word, the last year has been incredible. He's gotten married, and now he's having kids. There have been comments also from maybe some surprising people like Craig David.
Get out of town.
Yeah, we always say that's his cousin because the two of them now have a
I can see
connection.
that.
Seeing as they performed when Craig David was in Cape Town together. Tracy Lang also, other celebrities. There's Craig David's congratulations. So special, man. Tracy, fantastic news. Congrats. Oh, we love Mr. CS,
Amazing.
Mr.
Oh,
Paddles.
man.
And a huge congrats to him
exciting.
once again. Between a doctor and an award-winning musician, like, no pressure to the kids, but all
Nah,
the
I
pressure.
don't care. Those twins will own them. It doesn't matter who you are, how high-functioning, high-achieving you are. Your kids will humble you, and that's why they are there. But that is the best news
Isn't that
ever.
beautiful?
Wow,
Imagine
man.
becoming a dad of 3 overnight. Unreal. All right. Well, let's get into Justin Bieber. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up to date with him, but lots of trouble.
Yeah, lots going on.
Lots going on.
on.
Speculation between him and his wife, and now with these finances. Is there trouble? Are there legal disputes? Is there a strained relationship with his former manager, who people say is the person that actually found him, Scooter Braun?
First of all, his name's Scooter.
Scooter.
Yeah,
I mean, we can't hate on the guy for his name. There's a new docu. It's called What Happened to Justin Bieber, and it basically explored everything to do with his finances, a lot of mismanagement, the cancellation of his 2022 tour that happened called Justice, and how that all kind of contributed to his current struggles.
It's relative, I'm sure. I'm sure it's not that he's run out of money, but as an artist, are you the one who should be governing the financial? Because this happens so often with some of the biggest stars, with the Michael Jacksons, with the Billy Joels.
Yeah, T-Pain
Billy Joel
as well.
lost everything because his manager took it and he had to rebuild. This is going to happen. How do you feel about where the Biebs is in his world as a young man? Can you imagine having your world on display like this and documentaries made about your financial woes?
He's never had a chance to be a normal person, child, ever in his life.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's the sacrifice of being that ridiculously talented from a young age and then being identified. But then also, we don't know what the other traumas that have come along the way, especially with things we've seen in the news of, you know, certain figures that
Say the
have
name.
been, you know, I mean,
Baby
very
oil.
much Diddy. And, you know, those kinds of experiences of this, he's always been objectified and always been exploited in so many ways. And you've seen him lately really just trying to put his foot down as much as possible. You see lots of paparazzi and everyone coming to him and he's just like, can you just please stop treating me like I'm a zoo animal, and like really putting his foot down with that. But he's also been through so many of his health issues, as you mentioned as well. I mean, this whole financial thing. I can't believe I'm doing a whole report on.
Yeah,
Justin Bieber. It's so random.
you're in there.
No, but that's good.
But
It's true, though.
but it's a human thing. It's not about it being just being.
And it might be just that one thing.
Absolutely.
It might just be that one experience that he was put through that has redefined
It doesn't
everything.
take a
and I
lot.
think we might need to think about, you guys have given us too much to think about, too much to explore,
On
too
a
much to
Tuesday.
feel grateful for, and I'm feeling it with every ounce of my being. So I love you guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And thank you for
Thank
spilling the tea
you.
with us. We appreciate
Yeah.
us having a bit of frivolous fun. Listen, despite everything with the Biebs, he does still remain the youngest musician to sell his music catalogue. So still goes down in history for that and many other things. So yeah, Justin Bieber will keep our eyes on everything to do with your career and update you, Expresso fam, on everything. But that is a wrap of your entertainment news locally and internationally. For now, though, let's see more entertainment out in the
Please.
Jersey streets.